Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. You look at this Raiders defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Out of bounds right at the 25. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing. Prescott. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in Vegas. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now a first down throw. Gone. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Back to throw. Goff. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Adams the man in motion right. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Raiders at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down and 2. You look at this Cowboy defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. And they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Vaughn. They'll run for it. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up. Perfect.
And caught it up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Second down, Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here comes third down at 7. From the 50, it's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off play action. Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
We're good. We're good.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mingo. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Oh, they're changing this at the line. On 4th down, Goff. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start the drive with Vaughn. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Prescott off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to run that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Prescott. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. There he goes left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 3. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Deuce Vaughn. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll air one out deep for Mingo. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Austin Eckler. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 21-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. He will return this from deep in the end zone and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Goff looking to change the play. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 4. Shell. 76. Tell him. 76.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Prescott. And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. Aubrey Good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A give running right is Vaughn. And some space here. Touchdown, Cowboys! Deuce Vaughn with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Goff now to throw. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Open man is Mingo. He's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now is 2nd and 10.
DC.
Here's Goff. And this is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Again, Goff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
76. Hey, kill.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, a run with Vaughn. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue.